Morning, everybody. My voice isn't awake yet this morning. Happy May 2nd. Hopefully you can hear this with the wind. It's a beautiful morning and I'm out for my walk. And it's cold, so I'm going to keep going. Chat soon. Of cooking as payment for my friend who's coming over and doing so much work with me this morning. So this is from the Crazy Plates book. This is a Canadian publication by the Podleski, if I'm saying that right, or Podleski sisters. I love their cookbooks and have all of the ones that they've done as Looney Spoons, and then Greta on the right has one called Yum and Yummier, which I have yet to get. That's a solo effort on her part. So this morning I've made cheese and potato soup, and I thought this rosemary focaccia bread would be really good, nice to go with it. So the soup is on over there. The potatoes are boiling for the bread. Rosemary is steeping. Yeast is waiting. And so is the flour. Can't wait. Are home. Another beautiful day. My husband put the fire on for me earlier, so that's burning away. Excuse the mess, but you know, we live here, and I think I'm messy by nature. Let's see what happens when the cats, or when the fireplace is on. The cats come out to play. Well, they come out to enjoy it anyway. Not so much play, I guess. Let's see. I just almost let the fire go out. Let's see if the, yep, I think it's gonna catch. Fingers crossed. Hello, I'm back in my craft room. I have, it's becoming harder to do any taping upstairs because either the boys are home or I'm a little self-conscious with my husband sitting there and me doing a videotaping. So here I am back in my craft room. I'm showing you the, I think it looks fairly neat and tidy for the section you can see. It's come a long way. There's still a lot of things that I need to sort out, but it's a usable space now, which is wonderful. So I thought I would do a little bit of knitting before bed. It is just after 10 in the evening, getting close to my bedtime because I usually get up around 5:30, 6 o'clock. and go for a walk, so I can't stay up too late tonight. But I'd like to get in a few stitches before I go to bed. And no, having a cup of caffeinated tea does not affect me going to sleep. I I don't know if caffeine, well, I've never drank coffee. I don't like coffee. So I don't know if caffeine doesn't affect me the same as everybody else, or I'm just used to drinking tea late at night and I'm so exhausted I still manage to go to sleep or not. But anyway, whatever it is, I can have a good old cup of tea just before I go to bed and I'm still fine. So I'm working on this Debbie Bliss lavender sachets. And it might be an idea for me to fill this one actually and get it sewn up so I can show everybody what it looks like. I actually have a finished object for a change. So I am just this far, just a little wee bit knit. And I mentioned before that I'm using Dishy cotton. So the color I'm using is, I don't know if it has color, if it's azure, like the sea, like the azure. And it is Knit Picks Dishy. So that's what I'm knitting these in. So Dishy is a neat cotton to use. I like it a little bit. I'm not a huge cotton fan. Like the, although I do use the cotton for knitting dishcloths, the, is it Bernat? Is what you usually use to knit dishcloths. Anyway, I prefer Dishy, I think. Don't find it quite as hard on my hands. There's no give, right, to cotton. There's no elasticity at all, so it's, I find it a little bit more difficult to knit with. You can't really see me knitting, can you? There we go. A little bit better. So I put on my microphone. You might find that the sound quality today, or of these vlogs in general, the sound may go up and down in the vlogs because I'm taping using my iPhone. But if I have the iPhone opposite to me, depending where the speaker is, I find, like when I taped this morning, I noticed when I was out for my walk, I noticed that the sound quality out on the overlooking the ocean was really terrible because of the wind. And I noticed as well with the video that I did when I was showing you the recipe for the bread that I was making earlier, that didn't come out so well either in terms of sound quality. So I'm not really sure, apart from carrying this microphone around with me, which I don't really want to do, I'm not really sure how I can rectify that problem easily. It's been a good day, busy day. I can't believe tomorrow's Friday already. We're going to have a busy weekend. There's a Scout, it's called Scout Truck Rally. So my oldest son has himself quite stressed out about preparing his Scout truck for racing. And he's got wonderful ideas, but he's very particular about how he does things, and he procrastinates. And when he gets to it finally, he does well, but it always takes him longer than he thinks. So it's not finished tonight. Tomorrow night will be the last night he can work on it, and it's still not done. So there's going to be a truck rally race. It's when all the scouts in the area get together and race their trucks on these indoor tracks that they build. Then my youngest son is going to a beaver sleepover along with my husband, because I mentioned earlier he's a scout and cub leader. Well, he's also the lead beaver leader for youngest's beaver group. So they have a sleepover just locally, just outside the city of St. John's. So they'll be there for Saturday night. And then they're going to get together with their cousin, hopefully, on Sunday. So it's going to be a busy weekend. And then next weekend is the craft fair, and that's really all I'm focused on right now. You're going to be so sick of hearing about this Etsy market. I'll try not to mention it as often. But of course, that's where all my focus is right now, so I'm finding it kind of all-encompassing. I have not done a craft market with my cross-stitch business before. I said I wasn't going to talk about it, now I'm going to talk about it. It's like cross-stitch. There's no rules in cross-stitch, and so now there's no rules in my vlog, and I've got... I'm eating cat hair, I think. Anyway, I haven't done a fair before, or I've done fairs before, but I've never done one with my cross-stitch business, and I'm conscious of the fact that I'm not sure how well I'm going to do. I'm kind of have myself convinced that I won't be very busy, so that if I'm not very busy, I'm not too disappointed. I think a lot of the patterns that I design, have designed to date, are more for the tourist trade or for people who are away from Newfoundland and Labrador. So that means that there's not a whole lot of people. And I get a lot of people who will see me cross-stitching and say, oh, you know, I used to cross-stitch, or my mother used to cross-stitch, or everybody used to cross-stitch. I'm slowly starting to find a cross-stitch group here in the province, but it's small. And yeah, we're small but mighty. We're starting to find each other, so that's really good. Of course, there's knitters everywhere, which is wonderful. There's knitters everywhere in this province, yet if I go out to a doctor's appointment or to the pool or anywhere else in public, those knitters are not to be seen. I'm usually the only knitter in a mile radius. I'm not quite sure why that is. But I think my mom used to knit in public. She certainly used to read, like bring a book all the time. But now people just sit on their phones. And I mean, I'm on my phone a lot too, but not enough to not knit or cross stitch or something when I'm out waiting. Seems like a waste of time. So I'm drinking more of my Read My Lips tea, David's tea. It's my favorite one. I buy it by the 1 kilo bag. That's how favorite it is of mine. It's actually cheaper in the long run to purchase it that way than it is to buy it by the tinful. So I just keep refilling my tin from the big bag. And then I get a nice discount, so it means that I get some free product a little bit more quickly. But I drink a lot of that tea. It's between that and Twinings Earl Grey. Those are my two favorites and the ones that I tend to stick to. And it means that I go through a lot of it. And I don't like... David's tea is... I mean, it's not that far. It's only 15 minutes, I guess, 15, 20 minutes to get to the shop. But it's in an area of town that I don't end up going to very often, so... I usually, like I said, buy it by the large bag because I'm not in that area and because it saves some money. Those are my reasons. I'm a tea addict. But I'm a particular tea addict. I know what I like and I don't... Yeah, I would say I'm a tea snob. I took a break there for a second to make sure that the sound quality was good, which it is, except it's so good I now realize that you can hear me gulping when I'm drinking my tea. Oops! So I had an apple that I had brought down, so I ate that before I came back to visit. Don't need to hear you. You don't need to hear me chewing. So like I said, it was a good day today. I am looking forward to the weekend. I do like weekends. But I also look forward to Mondays when the kids go back to school. They're busy boys. They wear out their mama. So the days that, and really we're into May, there's so little time. What, May and June, there's probably 7 weeks left of school. It's incredible. There's so much to do in that period of time. Anyway, I was going to show you, just grab it, the second project bag that I'm working on. So this is what the background fabric is going to look like. The color's a little off. This is the back. And this has been stippled. I don't know. I matched the color so you can see the quilting. But I matched the color this time so that, excuse me, it's harder for you to see the color there. And that is going to have, still working on this piece. So this piece of vinyl, the vinyl comes with tissue paper. This kind of has the tissue paper that's separate from the vinyl. So that, it's kind of hard to see, but we'll go over there. So I'm going to have, I think it's going to be nice. So I need to get back at that probably tomorrow night or so. Get a couple more of those made off the assembly line. My husband came home at lunchtime today. He was teasing my friend and I that we're going to start calling it Patty's Sweatshop. So I am knitting. I realize that in order for you to see me, I'm going to have to hold my hands way up. Maybe tomorrow night I'll do a little bit of stitching for you, or I'm busy in the morning. I have a meeting with my brother actually downtown, one of my brothers, and then I got some errands to run. I'm bringing a bunch of donations to Value Village. I need to drop off my mother knit some preemie baby caps that need to be dropped off at the hospital. And what else do I have to do tomorrow? Oh, I have to go. I found a new to me, not new to most people probably, housekeeping blog that's called Clean Mama. I'll put that on the screen. And I'm finding her posts and such and her system of cleaning so that on Monday you do Mondays you do bathrooms, Tuesday you do dusting. So you do all the bathrooms in the house on Monday, all the dusting in the house on Tuesday, all the vacuuming in the house on Wednesday, all the floors washing on Thursday. Friday is your catch-up day for whatever you didn't get done. And Saturdays you do your towels and your sheets and get your beds freshened up. And Sunday is kind of a rest day. And then during all those days you keep up with making sure that the counters are clean, checking the floor, doing a load of laundry a day. And anyway, if you can go to the blog and read about it yourself. Where was I going with this story? So I found her, which has been really helping me. Kind of gives me a little bit of a challenge of, okay, I got to try and get this done today, and I don't get to it every day, but it's been kind of helpful. Bella's outside; she wants to come in, and I'm not letting the cats in here, as I mentioned, because I don't want them sitting on the fabric that's going to be hopefully sold next Saturday on the little. Anyway, it's been nice chatting with you. I think it's probably time for me to head upstairs and get this added to today's vlog and then head to bed. So thanks for watching, and thanks so much for your kind comments. I've received several comments about doing a vlog that is and the vlog style that people like, and just from being back, because I was on hiatus for a few weeks. So thanks so much for your warm welcome, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow. Bye.